The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our first ever episode of the Mom and Daughter Disney Dreamer podcast. I'm Isabelle.
And I'm Nicole, Isabelle's mom. And we really appreciate you listening and tuning in to our podcasts. We are definitely love Disney so much. We're going to focus on Disney World. And why don't we talk a little bit about us?
Yeah.
So I'm a mom and a wife, and I work full time. And I'm also a cat mom of 3 cats. And I absolutely love Disney World. I'm proud to say I'm a Disney adult. So,
I'm Isabelle. I am in middle school. I have loved Disney ever since the first time I went, like 4 years old.
Yep.
I remember the first time I went, all I wanted to do was just see the characters. But then when I found out, oh, there's actually rides here. Let's go again and see all the rides.
You were hooked.
Yeah, but it's really cool because I get to tell everyone, because we've only not went on one ride at Disney. We've went on all the other rides besides one, and that's Astro Orbiter at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So, we tried to go on it, but it started raining, so we couldn't go on it.
And then the following year it was closed to get remodeled. But let's talk about our first time that we've been.
Okay.
So I did not go as a kid, but the first time I went was when I graduated college. So it was way back. I'm dating myself. But I went with my aunt and uncle, my sister, and my grandmother, Nana. And that was an amazing time because that was the first time my Nana ever actually really traveled, went on a plane. And so we were both like kids at heart. So it was a really awesome experience. And then the next time I went was when my husband and I were dating, your dad. Before we got married, we went to Magic and Epcot and I think Hollywood Studios too. It was called MGM Studios back then. And now we, as a family, have been going for a long time. We started when you were 4, going on 5.
Yeah.
So
I think we've went, I've went 6 times.
Yep, I'm
6
pretty
times. So it's just really fun to experience everything. I was 4 years old when I first went. I always wore the princess dresses when I went there. And I saw the characters. I feel like for me, when I first went, it was just the characters. I didn't even know there were really rides.
Princesses, yeah. People would joke with us and say, they saw our pictures and there's rides there.
Yeah.
But that was our experience, and we still love it. And you know what? To this day, we still get in line for the characters, for the princesses. But yes, of course, we do the rides too. So
let's talk about a few of our favorite characters.
Okay.
So let's do princesses first.
Okay, what's yours?
So for me, I've always loved Belle. I feel like when I was little, I just she kind of just looks like me. I have the brown hair,
You're
like
Isabelle.
her. Yeah, Belle's in my name. And I love reading. She loves reading. I just feel I don't know. She's just a princess that I do really love. And then I also really like Rapunzel. I've started really liking her, and then the new Rapunzel live action is coming out.
I know, I'm so excited.
So I'm excited because people are saying that Sabrina Carpenter is supposed to be the Rapunzel.
Oh, really?
So I listen to her music, so I'm excited to see that come out. And then I also like Anna, and I know that she is kind of a queen now from Frozen 2, but she's still a princess in my heart. And I just feel she's really nice. She's a kind princess, and I love her a lot.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't get the attention she deserves Elsa does.
I do love Elsa. I do think Elsa is more of an overrated princess between the two, and Anna's more of the underrated one. And I just love Olaf too. I love the whole Frozen 2 movie. That's a really good movie.
Yeah. My favorite princess is Snow White, the classic. She's just he's a kind person, and I think that's what we should promote in the world, kindness. And I don't know, she's always been my favorite. And of course, I love Dopey and Happy. And we've actually met the dwarfs, which is a rare occasion to do.
Twice.
So we could talk about that in future episodes, but we have met the dwarfs. That they're not normally out there. Character meet and greets there at the special parties like Halloween and Christmas that we've done. And my second favorite, princess-wise, I would have to say Belle, just because of you, my daughter, loves Belle, and I get excited for Beauty and the Beast. Favorite characters. Mine is Pluto. I love Pluto. So
we're talking about, like, the main characters, like the main 6, like Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, all of them.
Yeah, and, he's just happy. And whenever we see Pluto, we have to give him lots of hugs and kisses. And I always try to recreate the photo that I did when I was kissing Pluto on his nose. My other favorite characters are Daisy and Minnie Mouse. I think Daisy, like you said about being overrated, underrated, I think Daisy's underrated. So she doesn't get the attention she deserves. And, of course, Minnie. So what about your characters?
So I feel like for me, I really like I've always loved Pluto, but for me now, I feel like it's like Minnie and Daisy are my top, like my number ones, just because they're like so sweet. And Daisy, I do feel like she doesn't get enough attention. I feel like there's pictures of like them like when they do stuff, and like she's sometimes not on them. It's either Daisy not on them or Pluto not on them. Like I don't think she's really at Chef Mickey's, the restaurant. I don't think she's there. So I don't know.
I'll have to check our photos.
I think my second would be Pluto, because he's just so cute as well. I just love Pluto. Every time we see him, I always give him like a big hug. And then I like Donald. That's my dad's favorite. He's
Number
definitely I like Donald. And then probably Goofy and Mickey's last.
Where's Minnie?
Oh, well, we have a cat named Minnie.
Yes. Sometimes when we're talking about Minnie, sometimes people don't know if we're talking about Minnie the character or Minnie our cat.
Yeah. So I do feel like for Mickey, like a lot of people, he's the favorite. But I do feel like for me, he is a little bit overrated. So
Yeah. Well, don't hate us. Don't change your channel yet. So the format of our podcasts, we're going to pick a topic each time, and because we love Disney so much, but we also love our cats so much. Yeah. So you're probably going to hear stories about our cats.
We have 3.
We have 3.
We have Minnie, who I just feel like, I don't know, like, why we named her Minnie.
She just was so sweet.
She just looks like a Minnie, to be honest.
Yeah, and she was also hanging out by your Minnie chair when we first got her.
Yeah.
And then our other cat is S'mores.
Yeah.
And
she's just, like, I feel like the reason why we named her S'mores
it's her
is
colors.
just because she's white, brown, and black.
And our third cat, and Minnie and S'mores are true sisters.
And
our third cat was actually used to be my mother-in-law's and your Grammy's. She couldn't take care of her anymore, so we inherited Kitty. Yeah. Real original name. But Kitty kind of has her own space, and Minnie and S'mores take over the house. Yeah. So why don't we get started on our first topic? Okay.
So our first topic is we're going to be looking at the wait times of the rides, and we're going to be
at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, at Magic Kingdom. And then we're going to be saying if we should stay or if we should bail. We're also just going to be saying overall if we should stay or flee.
Yeah, we were going to say flee. Okay, good. And keep in mind, when we're recording this, we're recording this in March, so the wait times vary throughout busier times of the year. And I'm sure it's going to get busier soon with spring break and with the summer months coming. But today, we're recording this on Saturday, March 29th. So we'll just look at the current wait times. Yes. We're going to say like why you should stay or why you should flee.
Yes, I'm excited. Okay, so our first one.
Get started? You're going to check it on the app. And if you're going to Disney World,
you should get the app.
You have to have the app. It's not possible not to at this point. The way Disney has set everything up,
you just can't because the app, it shows all the wait times for all the parks. We're also going to be doing like experiences like meeting Mickey at Town Square. That's actually our first one. Meeting Mickey at Town Square.
All right. What's the wait time
30
there?
minutes. So for me, I feel like there's so many other places that you can meet Mickey. So I don't know. I just feel like even just around the park, there's so many other places. Like, I don't know. For 30 minutes, if you really want to.
Is it only Mickey?
Yes, it's only Mickey. So for me, I'm gonna flee that.
Okay.
But
I will stay because if you're a first time visitor, first time family going, like obviously Mickey is classic, and what better way to kind of get some really good pictures with Mickey. So
yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Next is the Monster and Laugh Floor. So I love this because I think the first time we went, it was in November 2023 on the Monster and Laugh Floor. So it's basically a place where you go in and like you kind of just get a laugh. It's really fun.
He does a ton of jokes.
Yes.
And they usually pick a couple people from the audience, like one person's face keeps appearing on the screen. Another reason I would definitely stay is if it's hot out, it's definitely a good way to cool off in the AC because it is indoors. And
I've never really watched Monster Inc. before. Like I've watched it like a little bit in school before, but it's still really fun. Like I get the gist of the movie.
It's a fun experience, and it also gives you time to rest your feet too.
And usually there's never really a wait. Like it's usually just stays at 10 minutes just because there might be like a group ahead of you.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin.
Oh, okay.
So actually we're gonna stay in like Tomorrowland's area, and then I'll tell you
first.
when we're leaving that area. Mm-hmm. So for me, this ride, I don't know. I feel like I know this was a ride that like came before Toy Story Mania at Hollywood Studios, but I feel like Toy Story Mania at Hollywood Studios is so much better than this ride, in my opinion. So, I mean, for 25 minutes,
it's not bad timing.
It's not bad, but for me, I could be waiting 25 minutes somewhere else.
Yeah.
I could be waiting 25 minutes at like Tron instead, or Space Mountain instead of this. So I'm gonna flee.
I'm gonna flee as well, just because also the ride isn't as great as it could be, and I would say I think it's time to move that and fill that space with something else, and keep Toy Story experiences and rides over at Hollywood Studios.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Next, we do have the Carousel of Progress. So it's usually only 5 minutes. For me, I feel like it's just a one time and just end it. I don't know. For me, I would flee it.
I would stay,
but
because again, it's a very short time, and I would say if you're first time going, it is a classic. You will hear about it, and if you want to get some air conditioning, it's a good way. The ride itself is pretty long, though, right? The experience, so that does keep that in mind. You're not waiting a long time in line, but the actual experience is longer. So it really depends.
Air conditioned.
Yeah, it really depends on how you want to use your time.
Right.
So, yeah.
Next, we have Tomorrowland's People Mover. So for me, I feel like I'm going to stay at this ride. But for me, I do feel like you should do it earlier, because you can see earlier in the morning, because you can go on it early, and then it takes you around the whole park. So while you're on it, you can map out okay, I'm going to go here next, and then I'm going to go here, then I'm going to go here last. So for me, it's also very nice. It does go I don't think it goes fast, but
no.
There's a seat where you could go backwards. So usually me and my dad, we sit there where it's backwards.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, it's a great way to view the park. And I don't think we've ridden that ride at nighttime, but I bet that would be fun to do, especially when the fireworks are going off. I wonder maybe next time we go, we do that.
Yeah. Next we
have a great spot to take pictures too.
Oh yes, definitely. We have Space Mountain. So you have never went on this ride. So I'm gonna be able to talk. So for Space,
I'm scared of roller coasters.
I feel like the next time we go, my mom should give it a try. It's really fun. To be honest, it really is fun. Right. It is in the dark.
It's in the dark.
It's in the dark a little bit. Next time we go, we need to have you go on the ride, and you have to tell us how you feel.
I'm sure I'll be screaming.
So for me, I go out with my dad. I mean, it is a long wait if you don't do Lightning Lane, obviously. I mean, it's a popular ride. So for me, I would probably skip it for now and go back later. But like I said, we do have Lightning Lane. Just be aware though, it's a one-seater ride. So like you go in and it's like only one seat.
Oh, okay.
And then like so what I would go in front of my dad, and then my dad would go behind me, and he'll like just like hold on to me. So I was very scared the first time because I didn't want to be by myself. But now I'm like, yay, let's go! I get to be by myself.
Awesome.
So yes, I would definitely stay at this ride.
Yeah, I can't really comment since I haven't been on it, but
so
I'll you know what, if we go this summer, which we need to convince someone to go, or whenever we go next, I'll go do it for the pod.
Yes. Next we have Tron.
Oh boy. I think we're going to get some haters, but also if you
80 minutes.
Oh my gosh, 80 minutes. Whoa. So, it's very popular you can tell it's one of the newest rides at Magic Kingdom. I would not do it. I would not wait 80 minutes, and I wouldn't wait 45 minutes because we did it once. When did we do it?
2023.
2023. I mean, we skipped it last time we went. So, to me, we even had Lightning Lane, which should have
it was a queue.
Oh yes, it was a queue.
We had to go into the queue.
Yeah, and which should have cut our time in half, even more. But we waited an hour, even when we were in the queue.
More than an hour,
right?
2 hours, almost 3 hours.
And the ride itself is so fast. It's like you're hopping on a motorcycle. You and Dad were together, and I was with some lady who probably is like, who did I get stuck with? Because I'm like literally crying as I'm getting on the ride because I was so scared of it. But then it goes super fast. I just don't think it's worth standing in line for.
For me, I would want to ride it again, again, because I feel like for me, the first time I went, I was just like, just get me on this ride, get it over with, because I was so tired, and I just wanted to get it over with. It is a very short ride. It's not even 60 seconds. Yeah. But for me, I would honestly probably do it again.
If the time was shorter.
Yes.
Yeah. And the good thing, though, about that ride, while you're waiting, they do have the seats, like where you can test it, like out, while you're waiting. And there are a lot of people that, maybe aren't comfortable on it. Or so test it out to make sure that you feel comfortable enough and you can adjust well to the seat. So what's next? Are we starting in Tomorrowland?
Yes, one more. Tomorrowland. There also is Astro Orbiter, but it doesn't say like a wait time. It doesn't even say it's closed. Okay. I wouldn't do it though. I would flee.
We haven't done that ride. So like you said in the beginning, we haven't done that one. So can't really speak to it.
So next we have Tomorrowland Speedway. Here's the thing. I love this one. I know my mom, she'll be very nervous when I drive. But I do want to say a little tip because sometimes we do wait longer than the wait time says. That's just because sometimes it just takes longer for people to get out
of their car,
so like it says
or get into the car.
Right. It says 15 minutes right now. But I would just like plan, it's 5 minutes more. But I do really like it. Yeah. I would stay.
Yeah, I would stay too. It's fun, and I was the passenger last time we were on it. Isabelle drove it. We have a fun photo of that ride. So,
yes. So next we had the circus area with like Dumbo. Dumbo the Flying Elephant. It is 35 minutes. So we do usually do Lightning Lane. I do think though it's the iconic spin one.
Yeah. I think
so. You have to do it no matter
what. It's
a
classic, and you're gonna get great photos, right? Especially if you have little kids.
There's an area for the little kids to play
inside the tent, under the circus tent. While you're waiting for the ride, they do have like a little play area. So especially for little kids, I think that's great. Moms and dads, grandparents can sit on a bench, wait in line while their kids play and move forward through the line. So a definite classic to check it out.
Next is the Barnstormer. I actually just found out recently that it got shortened, like the actual ride.
Oh, really?
I don't know how or why.
Yeah, we never experienced the longer version, but what do you think of that ride?
It's 20 minutes. Here's the thing.
That's not long.
It's very long.
Really?
If you have little kids and like you want it to be their first roller coaster, maybe.
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, I'm older. I don't want to wait 20 minutes for a little kid roller coaster. I'm sorry, Goofy. I really am sorry.
Oh,
but
poor Goofy. All right, yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't want to wait in line, then I won't wait in line. So we'll save that time for another.
Flee that one.
You're gonna flee it. All right.
So next is like you get to meet Donald, Daisy, Minnie, and Goofy.
Oh yeah,
at
under
that
the
little
tent.
circus area.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say I love that so much. It's really fun.
Yeah, and there's circus costumes.
Yes.
That's a great experience. And Donald's by himself, Daisy's by herself.
So
Minnie.
yeah, they're all by themselves. But like there's one side where you wait and there's Daisy and Minnie, and then you go to the other side and there's Goofy and Donald.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like it takes really long. I think the rides are, I'm sorry, not the ride, but the wait time for those characters it goes pretty smooth. So
Yeah.
Great photo ops.
Definitely stay for me. Mad Tea Party. It's the spinning cups.
Are we still in the circus
I think
area?
so. I don't really know if this one has like an actual like thing.
Okay.
So Mad Tea Party is like the spinning cups. For me, it is 20 minutes. I'm not gonna wait. No.
We didn't do it last time, but we've done it so many other times.
Right.
But
I'm not a fan of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, same. I usually go in my own teacup because
Yeah.
I don't like to do the extra spinning. Oh, sorry. I don't like to do the extra spinning, but you and Dad go on and spin. And it's a good, I usually take photos of you guys when you're in it. So
Yeah. Next we have meeting Ariel at her grotto thing.
yes.
So for me, I do love Ariel as a princess. So, and there really isn't no other times that you can really see her one-on-one.
And it's well, not at Magic Kingdom.
It's-
At Epcot you can meet Ariel.
Can you?
Well, actually, I take that back. If you do Cinderella's castle for lunch or dinner
yes.
at Magic Kingdom, Ariel is
You
there in her
can
dress.
meet her.
But Ariel as the mermaid.
And it's right next to her ride. So
Right.
it is 30 minutes. If you love Ariel, like there's like my one little neighbor, she's like 7, 8 years old. She loves Ariel, so I would definitely say to do it.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Ariel, for sure, definitely.
And then we have her ride. I do love this ride. It's 25 minutes. So usually we do lightning lane, but there's so many things that you can look at while you like watch. Like there are stars on the rocks.
While you're
it's
waiting
really
in line.
pretty.
Yeah. There's a lot of things there are a lot of hidden things, seashells, things from the movie that you'll catch.
I like going on my own shell because I just feel like now I'm at the age where like, oh yeah, I can go on my own thing. Like I can go on my own shell. So that's really cool for me. And I think we're moving into the Fantasyland now. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh.
So it's 40 minutes. For me, I wouldn't wait that long for it. It's a really cool, funny ride. There is stuff that you can like do while you're in line.
Yep, you can
Like,
play
you
with
can-
Pooh's honey
Yeah.
pots. Yeah, so that's what's great about Disney. They really think about who their audience is, who
Right.
their target audience is, and they definitely have things for kids
definitely.
to wait in line, parents too. So, but if you have littles, I would definitely say wait. I would wait because if you are a Winnie the Pooh fan or Winnie the Pooh family, it's a cute little ride.
Definitely.
Why not? But if you're older, have older kids, tweens,
Me.
teens, it might be something to skip. Unless if you're a
Right.
true Winnie the Pooh fan at heart.
I do think that we did the last time we did go. It was like later.
Yes,
like
it was
in
later.
the evening. Like it was one of the last parts we went on, and usually it's not that long. Like the
No.
wait time in the like at nighttime because people are leaving or they're doing other stuff.
Yeah, or the younger kids don't stay that
Right.
late. So if you do want to experience it, I would do it later.
Okay, my mom's favorite ride is next. Do you want to introduce it?
Is this the Snow White Seven
Yeah.
Dwarf Mine ride?
Yes.
What's the wait time?
60 minutes. And that's not
60?
60. That's not bad for this ride
No.
at all. But for me, when we when we went to Universal the last time we went, I was going on these big roller coasters.
Yeah, so let me set that up. Last summer we did both. We did Universal and Disney World, and we did the Universal parks first, and then we finished our trip with the Disney World resorts.
I was going on these really big like roller coasters. So then when we went to Magic Kingdom to do Magic Kingdom, I went on Snow White, the ride, the roller coaster, and I didn't feel that like pumping up like when we were going up like through the mine train area and then we went down. It didn't feel as thrilling for me, but I would still go on it because it shows a great story. But I wouldn't wait that long for it if I didn't have Lightning Lane.
Well, yeah, I would definitely use Lightning Lane, but it's my favorite princess. And if you do wait in line, they do have a lot of fun stuff. You're going through the dwarfs, mines, and it's fun. A lot of entertainment. We don't want to give, if you have never been on it, we don't want to give it away. But there's a fun scene at the end.
Yeah.
And just, you might want to tell Snow White to be careful.
Yeah, you might just want to look to the right.
Yeah, definitely look to the right as the ride is ending.
Yes.
And you'll see Snow White and some friends and
also maybe someone else.
Maybe someone else. So, but just don't accept any apples if someone's offering you an apple when you get off that ride. Yeah,
I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah.
And then now we have Enchanted Tales of Belle. I love this ride. I mean, it's not really a ride, but I love this so much.
Yeah, it's a wonderful experience. The experience is about a scene from the movie, the day that Belle and the Beast fell in love.
So usually you get to be the people the wardrobe Lumiere and then a cast member, they pick characters to be in it actually. Mm-hmm. So I'm usually
we do this every time.
I don't get sick of it. I will do it every time I go. I'm usually get picked as the Beast for you have to do stuff to be picked as it. So if you want to be the Beast, you do roar really loud. So I go roar, and I get picked as the Beast. You get picked as the wardrobe.
Yes.
And my dad's usually a soldier.
Yeah, the guard.
So it's really fun to do that.
Yeah, it's a fun family experience. The one time that we did it, last year I noticed they changed the way they did photos with Belle at the end, that only the chosen characters, the guests got picked.
Really?
Yeah, but a couple years ago they did everybody. So,
that's
but the one year, since all of us got chosen to be a character, we have this really cool photo of the three of us and Belle.
If you get picked as the Beast, you get to dance with Belle at the end.
Oh, so sweet. Yes, we have great photos from that. So, and also, sometimes the wait time might be a little bit longer because I read that they have to have at least 27 people in line in order for them to start the experience, to start the show, just because you do need you need to choose a lot of people. And if you don't want to be a main character, sometimes kids are chosen to be the little plates, and they walk around the room carrying it. It's a super cute experience.
We're going to go into the Princess Royal Hall now.
All right.
So there's 4 princesses that you can meet. There's Tiana, Cinderella, Rapunzel, and then there's also another princess that you don't know. I'm pretty sure it's usually Elena.
Oh yes.
We did it the last time we went, right? So for me, I don't want to do it every time we go.
You wouldn't?
I don't know. I really do love it. It's really nice because it's really pretty. I love meeting Tiana and Rapunzel.
Yes, I usually ask Tiana for cooking tips because those that know me know that I am not a good cook and I don't enjoy cooking. So I usually get some good tips from Tiana. So
yeah. And then we also have I would definitely do it. I love asking Rapunzel about Pascal. So
yeah, it's fun to ask the princesses, especially when you're meeting the princesses. They they love
Yeah.
questions about.
If you don't know what to ask, like a princess, you can just say like, "Oh, how's like this from your movie?" Like Snow White, how's bashful? Like because that's just a really good question.
Yeah, or you can always comment about their dresses. Because,
Right.
you might get nervous because, if there's little girls or boys, they don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So you can always say, oh, I love your dress. Or
Then they'll say, "Oh, thank you, blah blah blah, made it for me."
Yeah, yeah.
Now we had the carousel, the Prince Charming Regal Carousel. I'm not gonna do it for me.
What?
It's 15 minutes.
Come on, you're not going to do 15 minutes?
I would rather wait somewhere else.
Really?
Just
Okay,
saying.
that was the very first ride that we ever did with you when we took you for the very first
It's
time.
nostalgic. But
Yes. Well, great photos. I would definitely do it. Especially if you are first time going, first time family. If you have little kids, it's a fun experience. Beware though, it's like stroller city because there's a big area near the carousel where there's all sorts of strollers that are parked. So if you do have a stroller, definitely mark it with something,
Definitely.
with a nameplate or some type of ribbon or something. So it's a little bit easier to find.
Next is Mickey's PhilharMagica.
Come on, I don't think it should be called that. I think it
No,
should be
I
called
think it should be
Donald
called Donald
Ducks.
and Mickey's PhilharMagica.
Because it's really about Donald.
Mostly about Donald. It's his journey, not Mickey's journey. I know we're putting a lot of hate on Mickey, but
Oh, poor Mickey.
I'm sorry, Mickey.
Yeah.
But
What's the wait time currently?
15.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad. And again, that is a great experience
It's
to
air
get out of
conditioned.
the heat, rest your feet, rest your back, and it's fun. So,
Next we have Peter Pan's Flight.
not peanut butter. Peter Pan.
Yeah, it's 55 minutes. I
Wow.
think I've seen the movie once before, but for me, I don't know.
Yeah, last time we went, it was being refurbished, so we didn't do it. We've done it multiple times.
I'm gonna flee.
Yeah, I'm gonna flee too. But if you had to choose between Peter Pan and the ride next to it, Small World, like if you can only do one, I would do Small World. So, so what's the wait time for Small World?
30 minutes.
30? Oh, that's
not
bad.
bad.
Bad at all.
I'm just gonna let you know that the song gets stuck in your head for
It's a
several
small
months.
world.
No, don't get stuck in their head. Okay, we're gonna move on. Haunted Mansion, 35 minutes.
Okay. Would you stay or flee?
I do like the ride, to be honest. I
Okay.
do really like it. I know one of my friends really loves it,
Mm-hmm.
so I would do it for her.
Yeah. I have a funny story about that ride. When the very first time, like I mentioned, when I went, I was with my grandmother, Nana, and, she used a wheelchair back then. So it took a little while to, sometimes have her board. But anyways, when the ride was done, we're all getting off the ride. And guess what? There's no Nana. She somehow got stuck and couldn't get up on time. Then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, a cast member helped her and got her out through a secret door. But every time I pass that ride or we're talking about it, I always have good memories of my Nana. So
Yeah, I do really like the ride.
Yeah.
I think you should stay.
yeah. It's also a good time to also rest your eyes
Yeah.
a little bit if you're on the ride and you just want to take a little
It is sometimes
Little
scary.
rest.
It's scary.
for little ones. Yeah.
Sometimes for me.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we have Jungle Cruise, 40 minutes.
Oh.
I wouldn't wait. I feel like we've done it a few times before. So if there was a time that I would do it, I would do it during the nighttime and I would do it during Christmas because Christmas time because there are lights. But for me, why go on a journey to go see fake animals when you can go on the safari
At
Animal Kingdom?
That's a good point. Yeah. I would rather save my time somewhere else. So I would flee.
say, though, the people that do talk about it on Jungle Cruise,
The cast members?
the cast members, they are very nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we have Pirates of the Caribbean. I do love this ride. I love the first little bit where you go down and you get a little bit of water splashed on you. I have never seen Pirates of the Caribbean,
I haven't
but I
either.
still like the ride. It's
Yeah.
very fun, so I would stay.
And they're opening going to be opening a restaurant
Oh, really?
soon associated with the ride next to it, near it. I know people are going to be upset when they hear me say this, but sometimes I do take a little snooze on that ride. Sometimes you just need to rest your eyes. And
That's the ride to do it for my mother.
yeah, I have done that. Hopefully, I haven't been caught on tape. But anyways, yeah, I would do it.
For the final two are Big Thunder Mountain. No, I know it's closed right now. For like refurbishments.
Yes.
But I love that ride so much. It's in my top 5. I love it a lot. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I even have done that
Yes.
ride as a roller coaster. So if I can handle
I made
it,
her do it.
I think you should do
you
it.
guys can handle it.
Yeah.
And then the last ones, the best for last is Tiana's Bayou. It's only 30 minutes right
Get out
now.
of here.
So
Really?
I would do that. Definitely.
Yeah, and then get back in line and do it again.
Yeah, totally. 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We're-
It's been a great. I think even during the wait time, they have so many things to
Yeah.
look at, and the music is just glorious. I love it. Yeah.
We're going to share our top 5 favorite rides at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
So you can go first.
Ooh, oh man, this is hard. I have to put the Snow White Seven Dwarfs ride as my first. Oh, come on. I love Tiana's Bayou. Let's see. Can I put Enchanted Tales, even though it's not a ride?
I'm going to do that too.
Yeah, definitely that's on my top 5 to do. What else? Dumbo, just because it's a classic. Oh my gosh, we didn't do Aladdin's carpet.
Oh, I totally forgot about Aladdin's.
Yeah. Well,
For me, what's the wait time? I'm going to bail for that one. It's 25 minutes.
oh,
For me, I know the Animal Kingdom's Dino ride is closed now, but between that one, like the one that spins in the air, Aladdin's and Dumbo's, I would choose Dumbo's.
oh,
I do
absolutely.
love Aladdin. I feel like if it only is 5-10 minutes, I would do it.
Mhm.
But I've seen the movie, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, if you're a huge Aladdin fan,
Right.
do it. And by the ride, there's a huge camel statue, and it does spit water out at you every few minutes. So fun
Continue.
way to cool off. Let's see, what are my other top rides that I would do? The car ride where you can drive the car. I do like that. So that was 4.
Yeah.
What else? I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Okay, for me, I'm going to do Big Thunder in there because I do love that ride.
I'll add Big Thunder as my 5th. Then.
I'm also going to do Enchanted Tales because I love that. I'm going to do Space Mountain. And,
Snow White Seven Dwarfs
no,
ride.
no,
Really?
No.
Mm.
And I know this isn't a ride, but I'll do Dumbo just because I do like
It's
Dumbo
a classic.
lot. And then my favorite, definitely my favorite, is Tiana's Bayou. I love that one a lot. I will say one of my favorite rides is Guardians of the Galaxy at Epcot.
At Epcot.
I love that one so much.
Yeah, we're gonna focus on Epcot
different day.
another episode.
Maybe the next one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's so much to do at Epcot.
There's
Yeah.
so much.
So-
So we should say our tales now.
Okay, so at the end of each podcast, we're going to do something tale of the week. Get it? Like,
Yeah.
We're somehow
Cat tale.
cat tale.
Sometimes we can either do a cat tale or something else during the week or the month. Mine's gonna be in the month.
Okay, so
know
mine
if it was
it's
in
not
them.
something like good that
Yeah.
has happened to us recently or we
And
experienced.
During each ours, we can also talk about it. Like my
Okay.
mom, I know yours is gonna be
Oh, don't tell her.
okay,
It's mine.
but
it's mine.
I'm gonna talk during hers.
Yeah, and I'll
and
do
she's
yours
gonna
too.
talk about
Okay,
mine.
so why don't we do mine?
Okay.
So, as you know, Snow White is my favorite princess, and the new movie just came out. We went to go see it opening weekend, and I don't know what these critics are saying,
Yeah.
what they're complaining
There's so
about.
many bad things about it.
Yeah,
but it's so
enough already.
good.
It's a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it, and there's surprises that that they did not keep the same as the original. Obviously, the classic. It's hard to compare it because I'm always going to love the Snow White movie, the original.
I
but
like this one.
yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. We saw it at our local AMC movie theater. They had some merch that you could buy,
Yeah.
and a popcorn
I
bucket.
will say the dwarfs, they I wasn't too impressed about the dwarfs. I feel like the first one it was about Snow White and the dwarfs. This one it was more about just Snow White
and the queen,
and the
evil
queen.
Yeah, I love the music, the costumes, and if you have seen the live action of Beauty and the Beast, there are certain scenes from the Snow White movie that reminds me of the live action Beauty and the Beast. Yes, like when they're dancing. I don't want to give the spoilers away, but when they're dancing and the scenery, the photography is gorgeous. So I really enjoy the movie. So that was my good thing.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Snow
that was
White.
my good
I loved it.
tale of the week.
Mine is I hope everyone knows the store Bath and Body Works.
My other favorite.
They had a princess collection of all types of sprays, lotions, lip glosses.
Yeah. So shout out to
gels.
Disney and Bath and Body Works. They have a
went
whole new
out
collection.
to Bath and Body Works. We went like this. We went like on a Saturday, right in the morning, and we got so much stuff. I remember like every day I always put on like my Belle spray. I got like a Moana, like it's like a thing where you spray it on your hand, on your arm, and like it like sprays glitter. So I really like that.
We actually had to. It was like we were rope dropping Bath and Body Works
yes.
because the mall opened at 10 and there was a line.
Yes.
It
wasn't that big of a line.
Yeah,
it was
the line. There wasn't a lot of people. I think the weather was bad. It was snowing.
Yes.
So we live in Western New York. So it was a snowy day, and there was only one staff member working because the other people couldn't get in. So he opened up the store.
The only thing I didn't get from the collection is Jasmine's stuff. I want to go get one of like Jasmine's hand sanitizers because I feel bad for Jasmine.
She doesn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah,
well, I'm always
for her.
game to go shopping at Bath and Body Works.
I would go. I would go get your stuff now from there.
Yeah, they have a few princesses that they highlight. I hope they do a second collection.
So they have the princesses. They had Belle, Jasmine, Cinderella, Tiana, Ariel, and Moana.
Yeah. And I got the Moana candle and the Belle candle.
I want Rapunzel out, and I want Elsa, and I want Anna, and I want Mulan.
Yeah, and Snow White.
Snow White.
The fall time would be really good because maybe they
so.
could do apple scents.
Yes.
So, anyways, well, we hope you enjoyed our very first episode. We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
We have an email set up, and you can email us with topic ideas or questions. And the email is momanddaughterdisneydreamers@gmail.com.
Yes.
So again, that's momanddaughterdisneydreamers, all one word at gmail.com. Nope, just lowercase.
Like the first
nope, just all
everything
lowercase.
is lowercase.
Yeah. So again, our show, Mom and Daughter Disney Dreamers. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Even if you don't love Disney, just watch.
Yeah, listen to us. We'll give you good tips.
Yes.
And we have a lot of topics that we have planned.
We'll have some guests coming.
Yep, we'll have some guests.
We're super excited.
Yeah, and if you ever wondered about Bippity Boppity Boo Boutique, we're going to dedicate an episode to that. So definitely stay tuned. Anything else you want to share?
I love Disney. So we're gonna include. Always remember, this is Mom and Daughter Disney Dreamers.
All right, thanks for joining us.
Bye.
See you next time. Bye.